Hey guys, today is Sunday. I'm not sure what the date is. It's like 1st of July maybe, I don't know. Anyway, I want to do a quick update on some stuff. I got some seats for my truck, some extra parts from which I don't really need yet, but I got them anyway. It's just the way it works, I guess. The molasses updates this week, and I also got some questions for some of the paint guys. I'm not a paint guy. I don't know anything about painting, to be honest with you, other than what I've learned on YouTube. Some of the questions I have, basically I'm working on this 86, right, and it's not going to be a show truck or anything like that. I'm going to use base clear on the outside, but for like the fender wells, the areas like that, I'm planning on using just single stage. And the reason so is just because it's cheaper, quicker, and I'm also going to put rhino liner on top of it. So I just want to make sure that's okay. If you guys, somebody can tell me if that's okay, you know, because I'm afraid there's going to be areas where I get spray from the base clear with the single stage. So anyway, let me know if that's okay. Anyway, here we go. A couple of guys are posting your garden updates, so I figure I'll do one too. Mine's not doing that great. We're having problems. We're not getting any rain. As you can see, I got some beans in here, some corn, some more corn here. There's actually 3 rows. Planted about a week and a half ago, and some of it's coming up, but I'm not sure if you can make this out or not. We'll try to get. It's just barely starting. It should be doing a lot better than what it is. Just no rain, and I've been watering too, but just not enough. Potatoes, on the other hand, they were planted a little bit earlier, and they're doing pretty good. I got them all filled up and whatnot. Got 2 rows of white skin and a row of red Pontiacs on the end here. Yeah, but yeah, and oh yeah, across the pond here, I have another 10 rows of corn, which I'm not sure if you can see that little area over there or not. There's probably a 50 by 40 area. I have 10 rows of corn in there too, sweet corn. That's going in between here. That stuff will just freeze that stuff. Anyway. Look what I picked up today. You can see here or not, but I got another. I picked up a step-side bed. Came with a pair of fenders, the steps down in there, everything else. But that's not all I got. I got that. Oh yeah, extra set of bed sills, which are kind of cool. And most importantly, and coolest of all, something I've been wanting for a while, set of bucket seats for my truck. These are actually factory Chevy seats. I don't think the console's quite right, but that's alright. That one needs a little bit of help because the foam's all trashed. But yeah, kind of cool, huh? I'm liking it. I think I'm going to get the covers on them, make them black instead of brown. I don't know. It's kind of like the brown too. I don't know. Who knows? Alright, later. Okay, thought we'd do a quick video on the molasses. As you can see here, my fender's been sitting here for, I don't know, probably almost a week, or maybe even it has been a week. I ran into a little bit of an issue. My tank is not big enough for the fender, so we're doing it in multiple sections. I also tossed in my battery box, and that little jar, that canister there has a bunch of nuts and bolts and stuff like that in there. I figured I'd go ahead and clean them up while I'm at it too. I just drilled some holes in the container, that way I can get my bolts out. As you can see, it looks kind of funky. There's a big, I don't know what you would call it in there, but if you pull one of these out, I'm thinking here, you see there's like some scum on there and whatnot, but anywhere there's rust, see that right there? That was all rust, like up in here. See, you got rust up here yet, but this guy, where it's been submerged, the rust is pretty much gone. I'm going to take this out and pressure wash it along with the fender, and then here's another good example. So before and after, and this is only after 1 week. It'll go in there for probably 2 weeks, I'm hoping. I don't know. We'll see how it turns out when I pressure wash it. But yeah, it takes the rust off. Does not remove any metal or anything. So yeah, there's that. And give me a few minutes here. We'll hook up the pressure washer, take the stuff out of here, pressure wash it off, and get a shot of it again. Alright, thought I'd show you real quick here. This is a good shot because this shows you the part that's in the molasses and the part that's not. Huge difference there, right? This is after 1 week, and I haven't pressure washed it yet or nothing yet. So I'll pressure wash it off, and it's supposed to sit in there for another week, but we'll take a look at it, see how decent it looks, and maybe we won't do a second week. I still got to get the other half done. Now I'm probably going to have a problem because, as I said before, it doesn't fit in my tank, so I might have an area in a section in the center that won't be submerged. I might put a little bit more water in here because I see it. The water level's dropped about an inch. So I'll probably put at least another inch of water in there, maybe more, I don't know. That'll help give me my overlap there. So as you can see, this is probably a section right there where the water has evaporated and hasn't done its full work for the whole time. Anyway, well, once again, we'll get this pressure washed and then we'll take a look at it. Alright guys, after just a few minutes of pressure washing, I'll try to get some of my hardware out of here to show you what it looks like. Not sure if you can see this very well, but this was, had rust on it and whatnot. Took the, not sure if that's focusing or not. Anyway, took the rust off of there. This has a little bit yet on, and you can see there's some grease right in here. And this, of course, was not soaking. This was, look at that. Big, huge difference. This is only after 1 week, and you're supposed to put it on there for 2. Now, mind you, as soon as I pressure wash this off, it's nice and bright and shiny. Then the minute it sat out here for a couple seconds, it started rusting. So I just wanted to show you this real quick. This is some of this metal etching stuff I put on here. This prep and etch that I got, Pastor Cat was using it. Anyway, that literally seconds from that to this. With this, I don't have my gloves on anymore, but I'll show you what I mean here. Just take this like so. I mean, I'm barely pushing on this, guys. I am so freaking happy the way this worked. And it just takes it right off. Yeah, it's just a green Scotch-Brite, and that's probably gonna sting the hell out of my hands. I should have my gloves on, but I'm just kind of excited right at the moment. You see, if I do this over here, not the same effect, is it? So this definitely helps. Now, this looked a lot better right before I let it set for a couple minutes. And as soon as you let it sit, well, it starts flash rusting. It's acid etch stuff on here should hopefully keep from doing that. I'm not sure if I'm going to put this in for another week on this side or not. I might just call this good enough. I mean, it really took the shit off. So, who knows? But yeah, I'm pretty freaking happy about it. So yeah, maybe I'll put it in for another week, just because I don't want to make sure there's no rust in any of the pits, anything. But yeah, this is before. Now this is all wet because I pressure washed the whole thing. All right, it was a lot worse than this actually because I de-ate it too, 80 grit, and took off the heavy crap. And this is after, and this is just 1 week in molasses. So yeah, pretty happy about that. All right, thought I'd bring you back in here real quick and show you some of my progress I've been making on this. Not a lot of progress. I had this section here done, kind of not when I say done, mostly straightened out. I still got to do a little bit of work up in here. There's a crack I got to fix where it was bent under. If you recall my old videos, my older video, I had shown this was all rolled under, and this back corner here was actually folded on itself. I pulled it down. However, it also had some cracks I had to weld up. I got 1 or 2 pinholes to fix yet, and like a low spot right here I still got to work on getting out. But hell, it's a lot better than it was, and the bumper shit comes around here anyway, so I'm going to Duraglass it and seal it up, make sure there's no water and stuff. But yeah, it turned out pretty good. This side here I pulled down already. You can see there was a crease here. There's another crease here. It was actually, folded upon itself. I'm not done with that yet either. I got to finish getting this lined up, suck that back in. Yeah, but it's a lot better than it was. I'm still working on this crease here too, trying to roll that back down. I'm afraid of moving it too quick and causing more damage. The front end here, I started playing with that. I got this out too far. That's not out far enough, and I got the crink, what do we call it, the crease out of here. It's had a big crease going down this way. What I did, I took some sheet metal, tacked it to the crease in my slide hammer, and well, you can see the slide hammer over there. I picked this tip up from Dave's Custom. He took a slide hammer, well, had a pair of vice grips hooked to that, a piece of sheet metal with a, well actually there's the sheet metal right there on the floor, and I just tacked it to it, and it had a couple little beads on there to keep the vice grips from sliding off, and it worked like a champ. So Dave's Customs, thank you for that. That was a pretty cool tip. That's about all for now. I got the front fender off. Let me zoom back here. My camera skills, I'm sorry guys, I'm really not good at this. Got the inner and outer fender well, of course. I've been trying to get this door line, but I still got to get hinges or something, because no matter how hard I try, I'm still down 1/8 inch from here to here. So I put the tape on here just so I can see it a little easier. And I also noticed not sure if I mentioned this before or not, the body shop that had this before, they must have put the rockers, or not the rockers, the cab corners they replaced over top of the original one. So I got a new set I picked up. I'm going to be cutting these off anyway, just put my rockers on the right way. So I might as well replace those while I was in there too. So yeah, looks kind of funny without the fenders on and all, of course, but yeah, one of the inner fender walls off of it. But yeah, so yeah, I'm making progress. And hey, if anybody's got any stickers, of course, you know, I like stickers. I gotta get some. I don't know what to put on them or anything, but I got a couple up there and I'm very happy. So the more I get, the merrier. I got a lot of space here, guys, so fill me up. Alright, later. Hey guys, well, I was bitching about not getting any rain today, or earlier today. Anyway, look at this, it's coming down. I don't know if you can tell or not, but yeah, it is pouring right now. Not sure if you can make out the pond or not. It's kind of dark right now too. The weather's really changed. So yeah, pretty excited. Getting rain. We need rain really bad. All the grass in the front yard is dead. The wife was camping out and stuff. They got junk everywhere. But yeah, pretty cool. Got rain. I'm happy. Yeah. And a couple minutes later, and it is freaking coming down. I'm loving it. Hopefully it doesn't keep this up too awful long though, because yeah, it's going to flood the shit out of my garden, which you can't even see from here hardly. That's the garden down there. I'm not sure if you can make that out. Yeah. See the sheets of rain coming down. Woo! Shit'll grow now. And if I start cutting grass again too though. Oh well. Later.